Hi, I'm Alex Shapiro, and I'm a composer here in Washington State on San Juan Island, floating off the coast of America. And what a tumultuous year it has been here in America and continues to be. And amidst all the swirling chaos in so many directions, music is still getting written, and people are still being connected with, and good is still being done. I like to think that when we're in challenging times like this, instead of looking at all the things that we can't do the way we used to do them, it's a pretty good idea to look at the things that the technology allows us to do very well. And one of them is connecting with other people. And here we are. In addition to all the music that I wrote this past year, because amazingly, none of my commissions canceled. All the premieres and performances did, of course, as for everybody. But I finished three pieces, and I'm working on a fourth right now. These big electroacoustic symphonic wind band pieces. So I've somehow managed to pull some amount of emotion out of all this that's translating into the notes. And additionally, I also produced a CD of my solo piano music, my complete solo piano music thus far, beautifully performed by the New York pianist Adam Marks. So it's been a busy year creatively, despite the pandemic, but more so, the technology part of it, the connecting part of it, has been incredible. Because right as the pandemic hit here on the West Coast in Washington, we were the first in America to be hit with it, and about 100 miles south of me. And all of a sudden, everybody was scrambling as the school shut down, the music education program shut down, the ensembles shut down. What are we going to do with all of these students? How are we going to keep them engaged for the rest of the semester? Well, the University of Washington reached out to me, their wonderful director of bands, Timothy Saltzman, and said, I know I've got all these students. I want to keep them playing their instruments. I want to keep them connected to each other in this time when they've been wrenched apart suddenly. And I know that somehow in there's composing and there's improvising, but I just don't know where that might be. So I thought about it and came up with a syllabus, a curriculum that they did for the rest of the semester, where online, completely online, the students recorded on their instruments and wrote these passages of music, these motives, uploaded them to share with their kind of teammates, and downloaded their teammates' motives and played them all and organized them so that they were making these sonic quilts, these compositions out of their own pieces that they played and recorded. And it kind of went round by round by round. It's called Putting the E in Ensemble. And that went so well. Now I'm overseeing it with about 25 different universities and high schools. And a lot of composers were very concerned about having repertoire for flexible and adaptable instrumentation. So about 11 other colleagues and I formed something called the Creative Repertoire Initiative at the beginning of the summer. And the intent was twofold. One, to make sure that we were writing good music for adaptable instrumentation that would suit anybody's needs, and to encourage all of our peers everywhere to add to this repertoire and to write this kind of music also. We started a Facebook group in addition to the website, and the Facebook group, as I speak to you, has about 5,200 members of conductors and composers. It's incredible. We didn't expect that things would go this well. So it's very exciting to see that kind of inspiration. You know, I am I'm just always convinced that out of challenges come good things. We have to be as creative in our thinking about our lives as we are about our music. Take very good care, stay healthy, and keep making music.